Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. General Hospital, HA, spoilers recap for Monday, October 7, reveals that Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, bumped into Aiden Spencer, Colin Cassidy, at GH, where Elizabeth Baldwin, Rebecca Herbst, put them in a break room so they could catch up privately. Lucky was apologetic for staying away and out of touch for so long. Aiden had a lot to tell his dad and eventually admitted he was gay. Lucky took a moment to gather his thoughts and assured Aiden of how much he loved him. There was nothing that could ever change that, so Aiden gave Lucky a big hug. Aiden also gave Lucky updates on his baking business, which led to him bonding with Lucky over Luke Spencer's, Anthony Geary diner days. After Elizabeth got Lucky's final test results, she came to the break room and delivered them after Aiden took off. Lucky could tell Liz had bad news, so she admitted that he wasn't a viable liver donor for Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havins. In Holly Sutton's, Emma Sam's, suite, she was surprised when Jack Brennan, Charles Mazur, showed up with champagne and questions about Jen Sidwell's Carlo Rota operations. Holly was careful to keep her stolen diamonds out of sight and played dumb about the business side of things with Sidwell. Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner, eventually showed up with a warm greeting for Holly, who admitted Mac wasn't as happy to see her. However, Felicia didn't seem to care and gave Holly a push to go see Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers. After Robert filled Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, in on Holly's return to town, he made it clear that he was focused on a future with Diane and not stuck in the past. Later, Holly finally showed up at Robert's office, so he suggested that it took her long enough. When Holly asked if Robert had been waiting for her, he replied with an "all my life" and left her pleasantly surprised. In the Quartermaine kitchen, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, heard about Violet Finn's jovial love, trouble at school, and basically explained that she was giving that mean kid what he wanted by getting upset. Once Tracy advised Violet to brush it off next time, Giovanni Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, had a chat with Violet next. Gio admitted that in his family, beating people up in that situation would have been the norm. Violet wound up talking to Gio about his deceased parents and how he leaned on his extended family once they were gone. Lois Cerullo, Rena Sofa, got emotional as she listened around the corner, so Tracy came along and called her out for eavesdropping. After Tracy hinted about handling Violet's school situation, Lois became suspicious of what exactly she did. Meanwhile, Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, and Brooklyn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, had a meeting with Violet's principal, who admitted that Violet had become a bit withdrawn in her classes. However, the principal still praised Violet as a student and could see that Brooklyn and Chase were committed to helping her through this rough patch. This was the first time Violet had hit anyone, and there had already been issues with that particular student provoking other kids. The principal was sympathetic to what Violet was going through and agreed therapy would be a good idea after Chase and Brooklyn suggested it. Just as Brooklyn and Chase were about to leave, Diane popped up as legal representation for Violet. It became obvious that Tracy sent Diane, so Chase and Brooklyn hurried her out to insist they'd taken care of everything. At Bobby's, Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, brought Wiley Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, to get some snacks for the last boat ride of the season. Lucas Jones, Van Hansis, was by the counter when they walked in, so Wiley asked Willow who that was. Willow made introductions, so Wiley was excited to learn he had a great uncle. Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, eventually popped up along with Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, but Lucas passed on the offer to join the boat ride. After Lucas made an excuse and took off, Maxie did the same. Once Maxie followed Lucas to Bobby Spencer's, Jacqueline Zeman, grave, she checked on him and learned distance had helped after all the Wiley baby swap drama. Now Lucas was prepared to be an uncle to Wiley, and he playfully warned Maxie not to play matchmaker for him. Back with Michael and Willow, they told Wiley that Lucas took care of him for a while when he was a baby. It wasn't a big deal to Wiley, who was more interested in their imminent boat ride. General Hospital spoilers say Willow and Michael have some other challenges ahead of them due to the secrets they're both keeping, so we'll bring you more predictions on any blow-ups that are brewing. It was an eventful day in Port Charles, as the latest episode of General Hospital unfolded, offering a mix of heartbreak, hope, and humor. Here's a rundown of what happened on Monday, October 7. Aiden's confession, a dark secret revealed. The episode began with a tense scene between Elizabeth Weber and her son Aiden Spencer, whose demeanor was unusually withdrawn. Elizabeth, concerned about his recent behavior, tried to get him to open up. After some hesitation, Aiden finally broke down and revealed a secret he had been keeping for weeks. Aiden confessed that he was the one who had been sneaking around Franco's art studio and had accidentally damaged one of his paintings. Franco's been struggling with his art, and his missing memories have only added to his stress. When Elizabeth heard what Aiden had to say, she was shocked but immediately embraced her son, reassuring him that accidents happen and that Franco would understand. However, Aiden's guilt was more than just about the painting. Elizabeth sensed that something deeper was troubling Aiden and pressed him further. Aiden tearfully admitted that he was worried Franco's current behavior was because of the damage he caused, thinking he was cursed or bringing bad luck. Elizabeth assured him that Franco's problems were not his fault and that they'd sort everything out as a family. This heartfelt exchange between mother and son showcased the strength of their bond and highlighted Elizabeth's unwavering love and support. Lucky's heartbreaking news: not a viable donor. Meanwhile, at General Hospital, the mood was somber as the family awaited news about Nicholas Cassadine's critical condition. Nicholas had recently been diagnosed with a rare blood disorder that required a bone marrow transplant. His best chance of survival lay in finding a donor match within the family. Lucky Spencer, who had rushed back to Port Charles upon hearing the news, was devastated when he learned that he wasn't a viable match for his brother. The disappointment was palpable, and Lucky struggled to hold back tears as he shared the news with his family. Laura Collins, their mother, put on a brave face, but the worry lines on her forehead told another story. In a touching moment, Lucky and Laura sat down together, reminiscing about their boys and the family's complicated history. Laura tried to console Lucky, telling him he'd done everything he could by coming back home. But Lucky's sense of helplessness was overwhelming. He vowed to stay in Port Charles until a solution was found, determined to support Nicholas and their family in any way possible. Elsewhere in the hospital, Dr. Hamilton Finn and Dr. Terry Randolph were working tirelessly to find other potential donors. As the doctors discussed the odds, it was clear that time was running out. Finn assured the family that they'd keep testing until they found a match, but the unspoken fear hung in the air. What if no one turned out to be a match for Nicholas? Maxie's Matchmaker warning: romance and schemes. On a lighter note, that episode offered some comedic relief with Maxie Jones' ongoing attempts to play matchmaker. While at Kelly's diner, Maxie ran into Sasha Gilmore and Harrison Chase, who were having coffee together. Ever the meddler with good intentions, Maxie immediately began dropping hints about how perfect the two looked together. Sasha, recently separated from Brando Corbin, rolled her eyes good-naturedly, while Chase just chuckled, amused by Maxie's relentless optimism. But when Maxie started offering unsolicited advice about relationships, Sasha's smile faded slightly, and she warned Maxie to back off. Sasha reminded her that she wasn't ready to start dating again so soon, and didn't appreciate being pressured. Chase, sensing the tension, gently steered the conversation in a different direction, thanking Maxie for her concern, but assuring her that they were just friends. Not one to be easily deterred, Maxie quipped that even the best relationships start with friendship. However, she took the hint and backed off for now. After Maxie left, Chase and Sasha exchanged a look that was part amusement, part exasperation. Sasha confided that she wasn't sure she'd ever be ready to trust someone with her heart again after everything that happened with Brando and the loss of their child. Chase, ever the gentleman, promised to be there for her as a friend, no strings attached. Their exchange hinted at a potential slow-burn romance, but for now, They both agreed that taking things one day at a time was the best course of action. Final thoughts: tension, hope, and family dynamics. Monday's episode was a roller coaster of emotions, showcasing the complex relationships and high stakes that make General Hospital so compelling. Aiden's confession added a layer of vulnerability to his character, and it was heartwarming to see Elizabeth respond with such understanding and compassion. Lucky's anguish over not being a match for Nicholas highlighted the deep familial love that underpins the Spencer-Cassadine saga, even amid decades of drama and rivalry. And while Maxie's matchmaking attempts provided some comic relief, her interactions with Sasha and Chase underscored the lingering pain and unresolved emotions both characters are grappling with. As the episode drew to a close, the lingering question remained: will a donor be found in time to save Nicholas? And will Aiden be able to move past his guilt and realize that he's not responsible for the turmoil in Franco's life? With each twist and turn, General Hospital continues to keep viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the next episode to see what will happen in the lives of the residents of Port Charles. CDL will have other sizzling General Hospital spoilers, predictions, updates, and news to read up on, so visit us regularly for more GH info.